this is Carol Ann with Logan's Crafty Mama. I'm going to show you how to make a Thanksgiving card. It looks like this. It's really cute, and it's going to use some different techniques. Faux stitching, stamping, stamping a background, my Cricut, and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you how to do it. The thing you're going to need, of course, is your Cricut, if you're going to do it the way I'm doing it. And I'm using Paper Doll Dress Up to get my Pilgrims off. It looks like this. This is one of my all-time favorite cartridges. You can find it at, sometimes you can find it for $30 at your local Big Lots if you have one. I'm going to make sure my setting is on 3. And I'm going to hit the blackout button and then my little people, because I'm going to cut out the body. And let me tell you about my Cricut mats, because I know I'm going to get asked this. This is the Cricut Imagine mats. It does work in your Cricut Expression. I don't have a Cricut Imagine, but I like the mats a lot better. Something about the adhesive is different than the regular Expression mats, and I hate those because they're just way too sticky. But I love this one. So, this is what I'm using. And I'm just going to hit cut. And my pressure's on 4 and my speed's on 4, because I noticed if I go too fast or too deep, their little fingers don't cut out right. It just turns into like a big blob of a hand, and I like to see their little fingers. And I'm going to hit repeat last and do it one more time, because I'm going to cut out a little man and a little woman. Okay, and then I do my mat like this. I add it all to my mat so I don't have to keep pulling it out. And then I'm just going to insert it back into the thing. And I'm going to cut his shirt out at brown. So I'm going to hit the shift key and then my little pilgrim. And it'll say Pilgrim. And then I'm going to cut that at 3 inches. And then I'm going to scroll down to right here. And I'm not going to hit shift, I'm just going to hit the button. And it'll pull up his little pants. And I'm going to cut those. And then I'm going to scroll down to here. And I'm going to hit Accessories 1. And then the shift button, and then my little pilgrim, and it'll cut his little shawl looking thing out. And then I'm going to scroll on over to here, and I'm going to hit headwear, and I'm just going to hit the button, and it'll cut his hair out. And then I'm going to scroll down to the black. You can always hit line return, but sometimes that doesn't work for me. And then I'm going to hit Accessories 1, and then the Pilgrim button, and I'm going to cut his shoes out. So I'm going to do that the same way to the woman and go ahead and cut her out, and then I'll meet you back at my table and we'll put it together. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and assemble my little woman here so that she can be drying while I'm putting the card together. And her hands look kind of messed up. I'm going to trim his fingers. She's got too many fingers. Okay. I have another block that I like better here. I'm going to do my peachy keen faces, but my son ran off with it, so sorry. I'm going to use a different one. And I'm going to be using basic black Stampin' Up! Ink, and I'm just going to ink my faces. I try to do this in the video because I do get asked a lot how I stamp my faces. And this is kind of a big face for this woman, but my other faces are in the mail, waiting to be delivered. And then I'm going to attach, I'm going to do my other one for my little guy here. While I got this stuff out, I'm just going to do it the same way. And then do his face. If you guys knew how hard this was to do on camera, if you make videos and you stamp, you know, because I have a tripod right in my face. So, okie dokie. I'm going to go ahead and assemble these little people. Let me move my stamp thing out of the way here. Okay, start with the woman. Okie dokie. I'm going to put her shoes on first because some of her dress covers her shoes. So, let me zoom in so you can see. All I do is I'm using a Scotch adhesive dot roller. It's permanent. I just started using it, and I kind of like it. And when I say I just started using it like my last little person I put together. Okie And then you're just going to put, I'm trying to stay in the camera, it's hard. Put her foot there. And then put her foot right here. And I may fast forward this video, so you don't have to watch this. I'm going to take my white gel pen, and can you see, am I zoomed in? Figures. I'm going to just, there's notches from the Cricut. And I'm just going to go over them. That's what you get when you're talking and you're not paying any attention. So I went back and cut his hat out at 3 inches. So there's his hat. And let's pop this little booger up. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. There's my pupils. Okay. Now, how do I stamp? What I'm going to do is just stamp around the edges, like wherever I want it, so that I can use this as my card base. So all you do is you take your stamp and you ink it up, and then you just stamp off wherever you want it. So there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my card base using my ATG gun. People ask me all the time why I open that, because I have this bad habit of not paying any attention, and when I go to stamp it, I'll realize it. When I go to open it, I'll realize that I have it upside down and my card's facing the right way. So, okay, now, if you don't watch my videos, then you're new to this technique that I'm fixing to show you. It's called eyeball it. And what that means is I'm going to eyeball it. I take a pencil. I don't measure nothing. I hate measuring. I take a pencil. I put my paper where I want it, and I want to show some of my leaves, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to put it where I want it, and I'm going to put a pencil mark on it. And then you take your trimmer, and you trim it off. Normally, I edit all this stuff out of my videos, but I have been asked by numerous of you guys if I would show a card start to finish using my Cricut, my tape, my techniques, and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this with my ATG gun also. Now this one right here, I'm going to cut, I'm going to eyeball it also. And my eyeballing's not always perfect. When you take it and you go look at it, you realize, she's crooked. That's because I'm crooked in the head. And then I'm going to cut it to right there. I'm doing this one different. It's a little too short, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere adhesive to this. It's a little different than I normally do. What my last one was. And then I'm going to take this stamp set that I got at Joann's. This one's like a little different than I did last time, but I'm going to adhere it to this block. And then what I'm going to do is take that crushed curry, because this is giving you a light impression, but not too light where you can't see it, and not too dark either. And then I'm just going to stamp it right here. Right here and in the middle. Because I think my little people, yeah, if I put them right there, you can see it around it. So, I'll do it that way. I'm going to take these pop dimensionals. And then I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to use more dimensionals. This one's a little different than my last one. And then I'm going to show you one more technique. It's not a technique, really. Most of you guys know how to do it. And that's just faux stitching.